to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum. Bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium liable to walk upon the scene to illustrate my laughing life. Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Joy, wasn't Pastor's sermon interesting yesterday? Not that it's not always interesting.
I understand what you mean.
I never really gave a lot of thought to fiery darts coming my way.
What he said about misery-loving company, that is the truth. Ask John. Some days when I'm in a bad mood, if he's happy around me, it upsets me.
I know. Isn't it terrible? We're so predictable.
I don't think the nature of humans has changed much, just the outer appearance.
Yeah. Can you imagine what it would have been like to have to wear those big, heavy dresses in the summer?
Oh, that would be so hot. I like how Pastor Shepherd compared our armor to the clothes that we wear every day to protect us.
Like your beautiful hat.
And Cut-Wright's overcoat.
Miss Charity's uniform.
We are so blessed to live in Faithville.
I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Cut-Right, where's that usual Cut-Right smile?
How can anyone be happy at a time like this?
Is there something I should know about?
Didn't you hear the pastor's sermon? There's fiery darts all over the place.
My life is going so good. No fiery darts. It's not even going to bother me. No, that's the trouble. You have to learn to be more optimistic. You worry too much.
I worry too much? Well, I bet you think you got a handle on everything and nothing could hurt you.
I am fiery dart proof. My life's going just the way I want it to go. You know what the trouble is? I have a winning attitude. You have a loser's attitude. So, I win and you lose. Oh.
Gee, Doubt, isn't that a little prideful?
No. That's not pride, that's self-assurance. That's a sign of a good businessman. In fact, I think I'm going to go over to my very prosperous business and enjoy some of the fruits of my labors. And if you have any other questions about how to improve your life, you just let me know.
Well, Mr. Perfect. I think it's time for a fiery dart to burst his little bubble. And I'm just the guy to throw that dart.
Hi, Charity, how's it going? I just stopped by because Mayor and I need a snack.
Oh, I can provide you with that. As a matter of fact, here is some beautiful chocolate chip cookies, his favorite snacks.
That sounds great.
I know. No, you don't have to pay. It's my treat.
Well, do you want me to pay for the ones that I'm going to eat?
Oh, quit teasing. So, what does Mayor Hope have to say these days? Anything new or interesting?
Well, yeah. He's working on a new proposal for the park, and...
Evie, come on. You know what I mean. Has he said anything about me or anything?
Let me see.
Evie, come on.
Okay. He said that you would make someone a wonderful wife. Well, gotta go. Don't want to keep the mayor waiting. Thanks for the cookies. I'll return the plate.
Okay. I'd make someone A wonderful wife? Someone? He meant someone else. Well, of course. Why would the mayor have anything to do with me? I'm a nobody.
Frankie, what on earth is wrong?
Hide! Don't you know they're coming?
And what would I be hiding from?
Don't you know nothing? It was on the news.
Okay, Frankie, come on, spit it out.
Spit? Me, a gentleman? I should say not.
That's not what I meant. Oh, forget it. What was it you heard on the news?
They said it's huge. Just terrible.
Frankie, stop it now. Stand up like a man and tell me what's wrong.
I was standing in front of Mr. Cutright's barber shop, and he was watching television, and I just stood there and watched it with him, and then that's when I heard about it.
And that's when you heard what?
Storms. Terrible storms. They said it's the season. We gotta take cover.
Frankie, there's always going to be storms. It's springtime. The weatherman's always going to be warning us about storms, but there's no reason to be in fear of it.
What if we all get blown away by a tornado?
Frankie, Faithville is protected against that. That's why we have that siren. It's going to go off if anything at all is coming this way.
I don't want to get blown away.
Ah, Frankie, here, let me show you something that I was just reading. Here it is, Proverbs 3:25. It says, "Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your feet from being snared." Now, Frankie, if you were saved and serving God, you would have no reason to fear the weather reports.
You're not going to get me like that. My brother already warned me, I told you.
Well, that's your choice, Frankie.
What are you doing? I'm going to hang around you for a while.
Picked up your mail for you today.
Cartwright, why are you being so nice to me?
Me? I'm always nice to you.
Do you mind? It's my mail.
Boy, are we ever crabby early in the morning.
What? What is this? How can I owe so much money in back taxes? How is that possible?
Did you call?
Did I call? No. Why would I call you? I've got enough problems of my own.
Bad news?
Bad. Bad isn't the word for it. Look at this. Look how much money I owe in back taxes.
Whoa! You'll go broke paying this.
I'm ruined.
You'd have to sell the store.
Oh, or at least the business. Oh.
Hey, isn't this one of those fiery darts that Pastor was telling us about?
Cutright, why is it wherever you go, bad news follows?
Don't worry, Doubt. You won't go hungry if I'm around.
She must be in the back. I sure hope she doesn't have any other plans, because I know she's gonna love going to this show. Charity, are you back there?
Oh, it's John. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm sure I've embarrassed him so many times with the silly notions there could be anything between us. I mean, a mayor and a waitress. And he's just being nice because there's nothing else he can do. Oh, come on, Charity, you gotta be brave. For John. And I gotta put him out of his misery. Okay, come on, Charity. Right. Okay. Well, hello there, Mayor Hope. Nice to see you.
Well, hello, Charity. I just dropped by to see how business was going.
Business? Oh, well, of course you'd only want to know about my business. As a matter of fact, it's doing great. Can I get you a coffee?
Oh, yeah, coffee would be great.
There you go.
Thank you, Charity.
I have lots of work to do in the back, so if you need anything, you just call me, okay? Nice to see you, Mayor.
Wow, I think Charity just gave me the brush off. Was it something I said? Or did I forget a birthday or something? I've never seen her act that cold towards me before. Oh, I know, she probably feels that I'm boring and stuffy. She's just like a breath of fresh air. And me, well, what can I say?
More receipts. I've got to find more receipts. Oh, I can't lose the hardware store. What if I can't pay? Well, then I'll end up, I'll go to jail, and I'll be in jail with Freddie. Oh no! Oh, I gotta find more receipts. I've got to. Oh, I know. I'll go hide. I'll hide. Cutright. No, you can't go and see Cutright. He turned me in. I'm a hunted man. I bet you they're watching me right now. What am I gonna do? I never should have bragged to Cutright about the fiery darts and they can't touch me. Now look at the mess I'm in.
Good day, class. This is the ball that broke my living room window when Gordy was playing catch yesterday. Catch, Gordy! And this is the insurance policy that guarantees me that someone is going to replace my broken window. It states in these papers that my house is protected against damage, burglary, and fire. I have paid for this insurance policy to be covered for 2 years, so I can relax knowing that someone will fix or repair any damages at no extra cost to me or Gordy. As soldiers in God's army, we have God's power and protection, which is our insurance. With God's insurance, we can overcome the devil and have the protection of God while we fight the enemy. God has given us his armor, the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the gospel of peace shoes, and the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation. All of this is our insurance policy called the Bible. Just as God has given the shrimp hard shells for protection, the bird's feathers, the porcupine needles, and the turtle a shell, he has given us armor for our protection. A soldier doesn't wait until he's in the middle of a battle to put on his protective gear. If he did, there would be a good chance that he would be wounded or destroyed before he gets it on. It's the same with a Christian. Don't wait until troubles or battles come. Put on the full armor of God now. Just as I know what protection I have in this insurance policy, you need to know the Word of God, and in turn, you will know God's character, God's love, and God's protection.
Mr. Looney, whatever are you doing?
Well, I was,
You were in my greenhouse.
Well, Miss Rose, I was just checking to see what your greenhouse was made of.
And why would you be interested in the construction of my greenhouse?
Oh, no, it wasn't just your greenhouse. It's every building in Faithville. I've been making sure that the materials are up to code.
What for?
Well, I'm the town banker, and I thought that it would be a very good duty and responsibility of the banker to make sure that the buildings were built and constructed up to code. I mean, pastor's been preaching on the Sabbath day about certain...
Sunday.
Yes, Sunday, the Sabbath. I read in the Bible in the Ten Commandments, the Sabbath day.
I see. Like, some people call it tomato, and others call it tomata.
Yes, well, anyways, he's been preaching on fiery darts. And I thought that the town of Faithville had better be able to withstand those fiery darts.
Mr. Looney, what are you talking about?
What would these poor people do? I mean, how many of them have fire insurance? All it takes is one fiery dart and this whole town is gone. And while I am the only town banker here and you'd have to come to me for a rebuilding loan, and well, I couldn't possibly give you all money. And what would you use for collateral? What would anybody use for collateral? Why? And what if another fiery dart came and it started the whole mess all over again? Well, I'd go bankrupt for sure. My whole reputation would be gone. Miss Rosa, I realize that you're getting old and you may not be operating on full faculties, but I don't see what's so funny. There's no need to laugh.
Mr. Looney, God love you. You're the one who's not operating with full use of your faculties. In fact, you're one brick shy of a load.
One brick shy of a load? Me? I don't understand.
Mr. Looney, why don't you come in the house and let me make you a nice cup of tea? And let me explain a few things to you.
I just don't understand. Okay. What did you say your building was made of, Miss Rosa? Ow!
Hi, Charity. So, give me the news.
What news?
Oh, come on. I know Mayor Hope was on his way over here.
Yeah, he came in for a coffee.
A coffee?
Yeah.
Just coffee? Nothing else?
What else would he come in here for?
Charity, are you okay?
I'm okay. Of course I'm okay. For a lowly waitress with no future, that is.
Did you and Mayor Hope have a fight?
Well, why would Mayor Hope want to fight with someone with the likes of me? After all, he thinks that I would make someone a good wife. And it doesn't take a brain to know that he meant someone else.
Charity, where did you ever come up with that idea? That's utter nonsense. Mayor Hope was talking about you. I'm sure of it.
No, he wasn't. I know he wasn't.
And he didn't mention anything to you about dinner or a movie or anything?
No. And you don't have to rub it in. I've made a complete fool of myself.
Back from lunch so soon, Miss Evans?
Yes, I'm back. Why? Were you hoping it was somebody else?
Someone else? Whatever you say, Miss Evans.
Well, isn't that just typical? Out with the old and in with the new.
Miss Evans, I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
How could you trifle with Miss Charity's feelings like that?
Trifle? What are you saying? I'll have you know it was your Miss Charity who's been doing the trifling, letting a man think she's interested in him and then completely ignoring him.
Charity is not a trifler.
Look, all I know is I went over there to ask her out to a dinner and a show. She coldly and politely served me coffee, turned around, and walked away from me.
And you didn't say anything to upset her?
Did I have a chance to say anything?
Wow, something funny's going on here. She thinks you don't want anything to do with her.
Well, I don't know where she got that idea from. It certainly wasn't from me. I just figured she found my company too boring or something.
Boring? Why, Charity hangs on every word that you say.
Well, if that's the case, then she just got tired of hanging because she didn't even want to talk to me.
That's silly. I'm going to find out what's going on.
Miss Evidence, I wonder if anyone wants 2 tickets to a dinner and a show.
One of the blessings of being in God's family is the power and protection He gives to His children. As Christians in God's army, we need to know that God will protect us. Let's look at today's Bible story in Daniel chapter 6, verses 1 to 23. Daniel had so many good qualities and did his job so well that King Darius was going to put him in charge of the whole kingdom. This caused others to be very jealous, so they talked the king into making a new law. What they really wanted to do, though, was to kill Daniel and get him out of the way. You see, these men knew that Daniel loved God, worshiped, and prayed 3 times every day. The new law that the king was tricked into making would put people in the lion's den for worshiping God. After a time, Daniel was found guilty of this crime and thrown into the lion's den for supper. This really bothered King Darius. The day Daniel was thrown in, the king had even said, "Daniel, may your God rescue you." However, he was a man of his word and the law was enforced. The next morning, the king went to the lion's den and found not one mark on Daniel, because God had sent an angel to protect him by shutting the lions' mouths. The king commanded all those that had falsely accused Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den with their families. Before they even hit the floor of the den, the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. We must never be afraid to stand up against the enemies of God, because, as in Daniel's case, God's power and protection will be with us always.
Yes, I do. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me you're up to those silly jokes again.
This is no joke. This is serious. You know those fiery darts that the pastor's talking about? Yeah. Well, they're coming after me, and I have to find some armor or someplace to hide or something. This is no joke. This is serious.
Charity, whatever gave you the idea that Mayor Hope didn't want anything to do with you or that you weren't good enough?
Why, it was you.
From me? Well, I've never said anything like that.
Yes, you did. Why, it was just this morning. You said that Mayor Hope said that I could make someone a good wife. Well, you meant someone else, not me. I can take a hint, you know, just because I'm a cook and a waitress doesn't mean that I'm stupid.
Oh, Charity, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you thought that's what I meant. That's just not true. Did you put on your armor this morning?
No, I didn't.
Well, the devil sent a fiery dart your way in the form of a lie this time. Why, that's just not true. I'd say he's working overtime. Mayor Hope's over there right now thinking you don't want anything to do with him.
You mean I ignored him all for nothing? And here I thought I was doing the noble thing.
And what about the belt of truth? You know that's part of the armor.
Oh, I'm in such a mess.
No, it's not a mess. Well, at least not one that we can't work out. Come on, I'll go with you to talk to the mayor. We'll straighten the whole thing out.
If I would have put on my armor this morning, none of this would have happened.
Hey, you two, what about me? Mr. Dell, what's wrong? I'm toast. I'm toast. I've been hit by a fiery darts, and I owe the rest of my life to the government. Well, you know what's going to happen? One day you're going to turn around, and all you're going to see is poof, and there'll be a little bitty pile of ashes. That'll be me.
The armor of God to protect you.
Yeah, but Cuddy brought over my tax form.
Well, I don't know anything about that, Mr. Doe. But I saw Mr. Cutright earlier today, and wow, he looked mighty happy to me.
You know, come to think of it, he was pretty easygoing, and he wasn't the least bit upset when he gave me my forms.
Well then, Mr. Doubt, I would say that Mr. Cutright has probably played a trick on you.
Mr. Cutright played a trick on me? No, wait till I get him.
looks like I'm gonna have to teach on the Lord being our rear guard.
Mr. Cartwright, what are you up to now?
I'm hiding from Mr. Doubt because I played a little joke on him. You know, joke, fiery darts. Meow.
Mr. Cartwright, when did you take it upon yourself to be the devil's advocate?
Advo, what?
Advocate. It's a helper.
I ain't no devil's helper.
Well, it seems to me that it was the devil's job to be tricking and deceiving God's people.
I didn't. It was just a teensy-weensy little joke I played on him. That's all.
That's right, Mr. Cartwright. They do start out as teensy-weensy little jokes, but they start to grow, and before you know it, someone's getting hurt.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Well, Mr. Cartwright, we all make mistakes, so why don't you just go tell God that you're sorry and find Mr. Doubt and apologize to him?
Okay, I will, officer. I promise, I will. Oh, officer, you better arrest me right now. Hurry, hurry!